Hello and welcome to BeamNG.drive. Today I'm going to take a look at the Arima AS100 Platform. Why platform? Because it has two different versions, the Gaia and the Kaelo. The only difference is the visual on the front, so the bumper and the grille and the headlights. For all the rest, they are the same. So what do we have? We have the grade E for both the Gaia and the Kaelo, the grade S Limited Sports, grade S La Noire Edition, grade R, and then some racing configuration, track day and proper racing. As you can see, from the back, they look the same. As you can see, there is the Gaia on the right and the Kaelo on the left. But if I go to the front, as you can see, they are different. It's not a huge difference, and it doesn't change how the car perform. So it's just you prefer one or the other. It doesn't change anything at all. The difference, however, is on the inside, because all the Gaia and the Kaelo come with both manual and automatic gearbox. So this is the automatic version. You can see it's highly detailed. Look at the console. I'm zooming in. Look at this. It's highly detailed, and I'm not using a very powerful PC to record this, and look at this. It's very clear to read. This is the gearbox, the automatic lever, and on the manual, the dash, the indicators here are the same. The biggest difference, of course, is the lever, because this is an manual mode, and you have the gear lever different, and of course you have the clutch. The console is the same details. So these are the biggest and only aesthetic differences. For the performance, it's a little bit difficult to describe, because on the description there isn't any indication except for class power, let's say. This is the lowest power vehicle, but it's still pretty fun to drive, so I'm going to do a quick round around East Coast USA. What? Okay, that guy is weird. And for the handling, it's pretty good, even if this is there was a crash here. Even if this is the lowest powered version, it's still pretty good, accelerates pretty fast, and it also doesn't suffer too much from understeering. Slow it down because there is a tree, because there are vehicles that even at low speeds do some understeer, and that's not funny. I hate understeering vehicles. I love oversteer, even if I can't control it. As you can see, I'm driving not the fastest around, but pretty good at 100 kilometers per hour. The brakes don't lock as easy, so that's another good thing about it. And I think it's time for some crashes to see how the model looks. So I'm going to ram the Covet. And a little bump on the ETK. Now, let's look. Pretty solid damage. The Covet isn't as happy as me. But the model looks good. I don't see too much triangle spikes around. So I'm pretty satisfied. And now I've spawned the Grade S Limited Sports that has a little spoiler with the brake light. See the brake light, and the trim on the side, S Limited Sports, and basically that's just the only difference. It is a grade 4 power, the other one was grade 3, so it should be a little bit more powerful. Almost. Oh, okay, stop. Wrong button. So it should be a little bit more powerful, but it's barely noticeable. Also because if you are a respectful driver, you are not going so fast that you will notice the difference, basically. So, but this is as well handling. Not much understeer on fast corners, as you can see. I'm driving pretty fast without issues. Just maybe don't do a head-on impact. Thank you. Oh, I clipped it. And I'm running away. Bye. You can see it drives pretty good, and it's also enjoyable. You can see I'm swirling through traffic without any problem. And I think it's time again for some impact. I wanted to use the handbrake, but anyway. I smashed into a tree. Okay, let's try to take it out from the tree. It's stuck, but... Ooh. Damage is way heavier than before. I have damaged the roof because I pulled it. As you can see, the damage model is good. It's good. Even on the side and on the back, the window looks neat. See, got bending on the frame. Wait, please. I just had a crash where I died. Let me examine my car, please. And pretty solid damage. This configuration is the Gaia Track day. You can see it has a bit more different parts, like a big spoiler, the roll cage, and let's go on the inside. Let's zoom out a little bit. As you can see, the steering wheel is different. You don't have anything right here, the radio and the control like that. And you don't have the back seat, you have carbon fiber panels and racing seats. But it's the same vehicle. It doesn't change too much from the base configuration. This should be one of the most powerful configuration at class 6. And let's see if the difference is noticeable. And I'm driving to... Yes, it's pretty noticeable. I already overshot the first corner. Maybe because the slick tires don't brake too much on dirt. Let's see. Yeah, it's noticeably more powerful. Let's see the brakes. Brakes, pretty solid. Let's go down this road now. Ooh. Let's see the corners. It's damaged. I was going to say it's pretty attached to the road, and I got damage. So let's continue the driving a little bit, because it seems pretty good and powerful, and it sticks to the road, so which is nice, of course, for a race car. You don't want it swirling around and smashing into barriers. You see, I'm not a very careful driver, and also a very good one, but I'm still managing pretty good at 150-60 kilometers per hour. Tap off the brakes and damage, and I deflated the tire and I hit a Legrand. Damage, shut up please. Damage once again is pretty good. I managed to damage the back, so you can see how it looks without a rear bumper. But these were the main differences between these vehicles. Now it's time for some crash testing. Now I'm here to the descent to do some crash testing. But I forgot one thing earlier on, which is the hinges and all the things you can open. So let's do it right now. Open the latches. You can see it opens all the doors. The boot, which is empty and quite simple actually. You can see it looks cool because it doesn't have a frame around the windows. I just think it's a neat detail. And the hood, you have to manually open it to reveal a custom modeled engine, if I'm correct. Pretty simple, but I think it's enough. So, and now let's turn it on. And let's jump to see some damage. Already destroyed the exhaust. Oof. Bend the chassis. Okay. I'm taking speed. Nice impact. The boot is hanging for its life. And it's gone. Bye-bye. The engine is broken, so this car is not going anywhere. And it's coming to a stop. Okay. Pretty heavy damage. We have a little bit of a jiggling bumper. But other than that, I think this looks pretty realistic damage, pretty solid. The car didn't shatter, we don't have too much spikes and wrong details, just a little bit on the door, but that's understandable. Since this is a pretty single vehicle, but a very well done mod of a mid-90s Japanese sedan, I want to give it a try on a track. So I spawned a racing version and I'm on Hirochi Speedway, and let's see how it handles this track. You can see it's bouncy, a little bit bouncy, but it didn't have understeer, so, and I was flooring it, I was flat out during that corner, so it picks up speed decently. I forgot to brake, but not that much. Nice slide by me, thank you very much. Go to the chicane. Decently handled by me as well. The car is looking good. Brakes, I forget to brake a little bit early, but it is able to stop. I was mixing words in my head. As you can see, it's pretty solid drivable vehicle. This is a little bit of understeer. Oh, almost rolled a little bit. I lost control for a moment right there. And as you can see, pretty solid. Okay, I destroyed some suspensions, understandable. But I completed a lap without crashing. And that's good, because I always crash, because I'm distracted. But this car was able to handle some of the mistakes I made in a gentle way. It doesn't have moments where it spins out of control, even with broken suspension. I'm going at 170 kilometers per hour. Brakes, yes, a little bit under pressure right now because the suspension are a little bit broken. But as you can see, the steering, of course, a little bit damaged, is able to deal with the corners, and I called it, of course. But it still drives. Ooh, there's a big bend in that suspension, in that wheel. Look at this, it sticks to the road. Pretty solid performance by the Gaia. Okay, slowly, not that much, but steadily. Look at this. It's still very controllable, even though I destroyed that wheel and the front suspension as well. I think this is a vehicle to be proud of at the end of a race, because it's, even if it's damaged, it's able to deal with the track and never spin. Look at that recovery by me. And this car is very good. I'm very satisfied. And now I think it's time to do some more damage on the barrier. Let's try to hit the back to see some damage. Okay, nice. Run away from the wall. And stop, please. Thank you. This is the damage. Pretty good. The wheel is... I think it needs a little bit of maintenance. But other than that, it still works because it's front wheel drive. So who needs rear wheels? I only need front wheels. I'm a front wheel drive. Hey, bye bye. Oh no, I can't steer to the left. Okay, I think now the car is dead. Yeah, yeah, it's dead. Anyway, This was a quick look at the Arisa AS100 platform with both the Gaia and the Kaelo. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.